That's why in terms of what we could actually do about this, here's my take. First, streamline permits and cut red tape. There should never be any confusion from one inspector to another. It shouldn't take 6 to 12 months just to get your electricity turned on. It shouldn't cost money when developers are adding a lot of time and resources into a city. And when time is money, anything that creates delays just makes the entire project more expensive for the average person. 2, we gotta reduce excessive fees. Look, it shouldn't cost a $500 permit fee and a 30-day wait just to install a bathroom light a little bit, but the fees are just atrocious. And usually what ends up happening is that people go without the permits and just do unpermitted work that's usually not as good because the permitting process is just so broken and it ends up hurting. People pull less permits because of how difficult it is. Third, I think modular housing should make a comeback. I know it's not as popular, but we have to come to the reality that housing is never going to look the same or cost the same as it did back in the 1950s because land is just so much more expensive and everyone wants to be in the same few areas. I just think smaller modular homes make the most sense without parking requirements and just let people walk. Like look at Austin. They helped streamline a lot of the process, got rid of a lot of the red tape, and their home prices are down 20% from peak. And fourth, we need to give tax incentives to builders. Look, the city could barely issue a permit. They should not be in charge of building houses, so we should incentivize developers who are really adding time, resources, money, and creating jobs for a lot of people. I just think if there's no incentive for them to build, they're not going to build anyway, so we may as well get something than nothing. Trust me, all of this that I've mentioned will make a massive difference.